I think another problem that a lot of INFJs had, and I know that I had as well, is that we look at traditional careers. We look at being a doctor, a police officer, an engineer, an architect, and we say, I don't like any of those options. And nowadays, it's almost like you can take the things that you like and create your own career, which is kind of, that really feels like for me what I did, because I love social media. I'm constantly on social media personally, and I created my page because I thought, well, if I could help one other person, and I just want to do more of this. And every single aspect of the INFJ woman and community brand has been something else that I wanted to do. And I was like, okay, let me find a way to incorporate this because I really like it. And I never thought of myself as an entrepreneur either until the previous year. Well, a year and a half now, probably. So what do you think about INFJs being entrepreneurs and having more non-traditional careers? Because you have kind of a non-traditional career as a life coach.
Yeah, it's very non-traditional, and it's very entrepreneurial, which, I mean, there was a part of me, even when I was young, that was like, oh, I want to have like my own thing. Like, I've always been fiercely independent that way. So it was less of oh, I have this dream to own my own business, and more of, I don't want anyone to tell me what to do.
See, I was completely opposite. I was like, I just want to go to work and put in my time. But then once I did that for about 10 years, I was like, I don't want anybody to tell me what to do anymore.
It feels like that whole like routine of like 9 to 5 just feels very stifling for me. And so and I mean, I've had some jobs that I enjoy more than others. I worked for like a travel and tourism operator for a few years, and I really enjoyed that job. I enjoyed the context of the job, but the whole like 9 to 5 office thing was it still felt somewhat stifling. But I think with the way that technology is evolving so quickly, there's so much room for like non-traditional careers in today's day and age. And so that can really look like anything. Like, I mean, we have the whole like micro influencer / mega influencer careers, right? Where people are literally just like creating content nonstop and partnering with brands and companies and things of that nature. And so I think it's easy to develop your own non-traditional kind of career. I think for INFJs, the part of the hang up can be, and I know this was part of my hang up personally, so this might not necessarily apply to everyone, but having so many interests and ideas and figuring out, okay, how do I create something concrete out of this? And so it's important to realize that like not every interest or idea has to be separate. Like, they can build upon each other. And in today's day and age, because technology is advancing so much, I honestly think everyone should have some type of entrepreneurial, I don't want to say side hustle, because I don't like the ideology of like hustling, because I feel like there's not enough rest in that type of culture.
Right.
But just everyone should have some kind of entrepreneurial side gig that they're working on, right? Because the economy it's okay, it's not the greatest, it's not the worst. It's definitely trending downward. Student loan debt, right? Like we talked about that earlier. Like, there's just so much going on in the world today. Like, wages are not getting higher, right? And so it's important for us as people to have multiple streams of income in order to be able to live the life that we want and live the life that we need to live, especially for INFJs, because we need that alone time. We need to have the luxury of being able to step away as needed in order to cultivate that inner creativity and that inner intuition. And so while that might look different for different people, right? Like, not every INFJ is going to become, an influencer on Instagram or social media, but some kind of entrepreneurial venture, whether it's blogging or travel writing or photography, something that's creative, I think is a good way for INFJs to hone in on that introverted kind of work environment that we crave a lot, in order to balance us out.